Hello, and welcome to the Frankenpod, a podcast stitched together from the corpses of mystery, noir, and gothic literature and cinema. I'm Morgan, and I'm going to leave the rest of the opening remarks to a far more eloquent person. The preface. The artist is the creator of beautiful things. To reveal art and conceal the artist is art's aim. The critic is he who can translate into another manner or a new material his impression of beautiful things. The highest, as the lowest, form of criticism is a mode of autobiography. Those who find ugly meanings in beautiful things are corrupt without being charming. This is a fault. Those who find beautiful meanings in beautiful things are the cultivated. They are the elect, to whom beautiful things mean only beauty. There is no such thing as a moral or an immoral book. Books are well written or badly written. That is all. The 19th century dislike of realism is the rage of Caliban seeing his own face in the glass. The 19th century dislike of romanticism is the rage of Caliban not seeing his own face in the glass. The moral life of a man forms part of the subject matter of the artist, but the morality of art consists in the perfect use of an imperfect medium. No artist desires to prove anything. Even things that are true can be proved. No artist has ethical sympathies. An ethical sympathy in an artist is an unpardonable mannerism of style. No artist is ever morbid. The artist can express anything. Thought and language are to the artist instruments of art. Vice and virtue are to the artist materials for an art. From the point of view of form, the type of all the arts is the art of the musician. From the point of view of feeling, the actor's craft is the type. All art is at once surface and symbol. Those who go beneath the surface do so at their peril. Those who read the symbol do so at their peril. It is the spectator, not life, that art really mirrors. Diversity of opinion about a work of art shows that the work is new, complex, and vital. When critics disagree, the artist is in accord with himself. We can forgive a man for making a useful thing as long as he does not admire it. The only excuse for making a useless thing is that one admires it intensely. All art is quite useless. Oscar Wilde. This gorgeous epigraph at the beginning of The Picture of Dorian Gray might be my favourite part of the whole book. This is Wilde getting in the first, and hopefully the last word in a hypothetical debate with his contemporary literary critics. Wilde's work was not by any means universally popular. In fact, there were several critics who took particular delight in eviscerating his works. The mere cheek and eloquence of this epigraph makes it one of the most endearing defences of aestheticism in literary history. Wilde today is acknowledged as being one of the most influential writers of the aestheticism movement that advocated art for art's sake, art that does not provide us with commentary or allegory, art that is just beautiful and enjoyable. This epigraph dares critics to find fault with the narrative that follows, because if they do, they will be guilty of the flaws that they see within the text. In summary, fuck you, it's art, and if you don't like it, then that's your problem. Calling literary criticism autobiography certainly has its merits, for there are as many readings of a text as there are readers. We, as readers, bring the full scope of our life experience along for the ride when we read a book. A small child can read a Disneyfied version of Cinderella in a very different way to an adult. The small child sees a lady who is sad and lonely, who gets to go to a party and through a series of intervening events isn't lonely or sad anymore. As we grow up, our understanding of the book changes. It becomes more complex and potentially, as in my case, less uplifting and more problematic, and very discriminatory against people with large feet. So too does our understanding of more complex stories like Dorian Gray. There is no one right way to understand The Picture of Dorian Gray. And now it's confession time. This is a poorly worded epigraph or preface to a conversation I would like to have in the future. A conversation that Wilde may have very probably hated. Can The Picture of Dorian Gray be read as an allegorical cautionary tale? A tale about the hubris of man wanting to interfere with nature? A story about the creation of a monster? Can we compare The Picture of Dorian Gray to Frankenstein? Visit our website, thefrankenpod.wordpress.com, and have a chat to me on Twitter @thefrankenpod. I'll see you soon.